Take me down the way you came.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. My name is Chris Wilson. So happy that you've decided to join us tonight. With me, as always, is my lovely, delightful, charming, and not microphone-ready wife, Carrie.
Hello.
And in case you were wondering, we do have a studio audience tonight. Give yourselves another round of applause. All right. So tonight is going to feature a lot of original music. Yes. I don't know why. For some reason, when Wednesday night started out as a night where I did everybody's requests. Wednesday night, live by request, and so I took that very seriously. But we ended up getting so many requests that I could never even get close to playing them all, and I felt guilty just 24 hours a day for not being able to get them all in. And I also realized that when you start just taking requests, if people aren't familiar with your own original music, they're just requesting their favorite songs. So I ended up sort of feeling a little bit like a jukebox, and so I realized that after months of this that I was like, wow, I'm not really playing many of my own songs. And Carrie just sort of pointed out to me, she's like, you can sing whatever you want. And so I don't know if you remember watching some of those early shows where I'm like, I'm going to play a request now. This one was requested by Chris Wilson. And that's how I would do it and not feel guilty. But we have some lovely friends here in the audience tonight who have been very gracious to me through the years and have supported my original music and been thoughtful and kind enough to request those songs whenever they can, and it means a lot to me. So I'm going to start actually with one. This song I actually wrote. This is probably, of all the songs that I currently play, this is the one that was probably the earliest written. This song actually appeared in demo form on my first demo, like the first thing when I went out to Los Angeles. I actually wrote this song. I can see myself sitting at the top of my parents' stairs in their house. Carrie and I were on a break. How old? When was that? I was, what,
I don't know.
17? So that's when I wrote this song. And I was just sort of, brooding, as musicians do. And there was just good acoustics in the entryway of my parents' house, so that's where at the top of the stairs, I would sit there and I would write music. And it would drive them crazy, because when you're writing a song, you just play the same thing over and over and over again. Every once in a while, my stepdad would walk out and be like, maybe a different song, or just... But, this song's sort of walked with me for a while. And this ended up on About Me, right? You don't know what I'm about to sing.
I don't know what you're going to sing, yeah.
It's My Dear.
I've been trying to figure it out. Okay, yeah.
So this song is ended up, when you haven't, this is a quick little story, when you haven't made it yet as a musician, or you haven't signed the record deal or whatever, so you'll put out an album, and then you'll get some heat and some interest, and so then they'll say, okay, it's time to make a new album, so I'll take all the best songs from that last album and work them into the new album. And you just sort of keep doing that, until, you sort of get a deal or whatever. So a lot of my songs sort of appear, at least I have a handful of songs that appear on multiple albums, because I'm like, well, if this is the album that really gets attention, I want to make sure that song's on it, Yes. Stories. So this is called My Dear. Look for the sun find you not going the way that you thought you would. It's all been explained in lines of soft poetry, but you never thought it could. But hey, this is me, the one that you love, the one that you need, tearing the walls away, so clear. My dear, after the rain catches you dreaming, and after the tide rolls in, you say it's been hard to examine the places you thought you've been. So hey, this is me, the one that you love, the one that you need, tearing the walls away, so clear. My dear, and I would like to be with you, and I would try to make all those lies come true. For you, crazy the way the world keeps on spinning while you're lying very still. Crazy the way love keeps thinking it won't. I know it will. So hey, this is me, the one that you love, the one that you need, tearing the walls away, so clear. My dear, my dear, thank you. You know, not bad for a 18-year-old kid. You know. Oh, it's the torment of young love. All right, so for those of you who were sort of keeping track of such things, I came clean last week that after there was a sort of a moratorium on buying Samsonite suitcases imposed on me by my wife, that and then I sort of fell off the wagon, and I bid on a couple. I bid $7, and then I was immediately outbid. And then I came clean on the show, and I told everybody. I said, Now, for those of you who know, I'm a collector of Samsonite suitcases. There's many here in the barn. Obviously, you can see some of them, and at least if you're here in the room. And so, yeah, I fell off the wagon, and I put a bid on. And I just got a message from Carrie here. So anyway, well, first of all, so I sort of, the question before the audience was whether or not I should bid another bid because I was outbid. And the overwhelming consensus was that I should put another bid on these Samsonite suitcases, a set of 3 green marbled, mint condition 1950 Samsonite suitcases. So I did because the audience forced me into it.
Right.
And you know, I'm a cheap date. These just a few bucks with $7 between. Seriously. So I did put another bid on it, and I've just been informed on the screen that I, in fact, just a few minutes ago, won the Samsonite suitcases. So I'm quite pleased. And as I assume my wife is.
I'm pleased for you.
You know what? Here's what we do. Because we've got this fundraising event coming up next Wednesday. We're trying to raise some money to keep this building sort of going. We've with the pandemic that hit our interests pretty hard as musicians, and so we're trying to do that. But here's what we should do, because we were trying to think of like various fundraising things that we could do that. This just hit me just now, and I'm so excited about this. And I
feel like we should talk about it before you announce
No,
something.
just spring it on you. Here's what we're going to do. So for the supporters, you know how like you go and like there's like a brick walk and stuff at certain places and it's got everybody's name on it? What if everybody gets a name on a suitcase?
Ooh.
And that's the wall of supporters.
Interesting.
I like the sound of this. So what do we feel about this? I'm maybe permanently immortalized on the Samsonite wall.
I like
Are the
it.
girls just trashing the place upstairs?
Yeah, as soon as you sing, I'm going to go up there and deal with that.
Okay. They are. All right, so I'm going to bring out, let's see here. I'm going to bring out the old swamp box here for Jim. I never called it a swamp box until Jim sort of named it that. All right, this is Liz. This is one of your requests. Seen the stops and man, they're all the same. Behind your back it always looks like rain. You turn around and face the setting sun. Realize the night has just begun. 1,000 miles I have roamed, 1,000 more till I am home. I've spent a lot of time chasing a light around the globe. When dark descends upon my soul and leads me down the valley road, music man afraid of his own bones, afraid to touch the spinning deep unknown. Startled by the crash and thunder pain, he raises his guitar to part the rain. He couldn't reap the harvest ever sown, couldn't and sing the tragic river known. Eyes meet the rising sun, guide my path and down the road. When dark descends upon my soul, leads me down the valley road. Stops and man, they're all the same. Behind your back it always looks like rain. You turn around and face the setting sun and realize your life has just begun. I have always feared these things, cursed these dreams of letting go. When dark descends upon my soul, it leads me down the valley road. Eyes meet the rising sun, guide my path and down the road. When dark descends upon my soul, it leads me down the valley road. Leads me down the valley road. Leads me down the valley road. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, I can't stop thinking about the Samsonite idea. I'm just too excited. There had to have been a reason all of these years to collect them.
Yeah.
This next song is, man, they're so very personal, but did she actually just come down to get a piece of cake? Yeah, good for her. Yeah. Totally professional here. That's how we roll here, just straight up. I mean, all your songs, if you're a songwriter, all your songs, they're sort of like your children, in a way. They all have, they all have little things that they have their own unique personalities. There's times when you want to sing one and you don't want to sing the other, and there's times, and it's sort of like that. You just sort of, but you just love them all equally for very different reasons. And this song is one of those really special ones that sort of came to me like a lightning bolt. And I remember calling up my friend Bill, and he was mowing his lawn. He was on the lawnmower at the time, and I made him turn it off. And I set my phone down and I played it for him. I said, I think I wrote a song. I think it's really good, but I don't know. I'm too close to it, And he listened to the whole thing, and he got back on the phone. He just said, "It's good." So, I mean, what's he gonna say? It sucks. He's not gonna say that. But I believed him. And this is a very special one called "Story." Well, that just made me like a little clap. When you say your own, like you say the name of one of your own songs and you get a little applause.
That's nice.
That's nice. It's like I'm going to play Bridge Over Troubled Water and everybody goes, woo! I mean, it was a smattering of applause. It wasn't thunder or anything, but it was something. Is a moment, just a moment, till it wraps its arms around you and pushes you away. Then you will beg, will you please stay? I finally found you. And stories are young and old, words can be bought and sold. These are my reasons. So this is the part where I begin, where I can start. Time has a way of holding your hand and then slipping away. Love is my way to hold what you say, 'cause you are my story. My ear, you barely breathe, but I can feel your voice surround me. The fragrance in the air has lingered on, still unaware that you have found me. These are the things I hold to carry me when I'm old. Carry me softly. So this is the part where I begin, where I can start. Time has a way of holding your hand and then slipping away. So here I'll drown where I stand, a careless heart in careful hands, 'cause you are my star. Just a moment till it wraps its arms around you. Thank you. You know, there were so many little thoughts in my head when I was writing that song. One of them was really, really stark. I remember, so the first line of that song is a moment, just a moment, until it wraps its arms around you. Then it pushes you away, though you will beg, will you please stay? I finally found you. So like trying to capture a moment, you know, when you try to capture a moment and you can't. You think you can. I remember, and one of these moments for me is I had done this television show on MTV, and I was standing, it's funny because the moment is actually captured on the MTV show that this happened in my brain. I was standing, it was a competition show, and I was standing backstage watching on the monitor the other acts go up. And it was the moment when I realized that I was winning. And I stood there, and I'm backstage, and I could just like feel the heat from the lights and this sort of like haze in the air. I remember what I was wearing. I remembered what it smelled like. And I was like, I'm backstage at MTV right now. There's like millions and millions of people watching this show. And I'm like, this is a moment. And I just tried so hard, you know, to capture that moment. And I did. I have this lovely photograph in my head, and I can smell it. I can see it. All of those things are still there. But it's funny because you would try to hold on to that moment and always feel that way, and you just can't. It just sort of, so you sort of grab these things and they just sort of pull away from you. And that was sort of that was the first concept of that song was, you know, no matter how much, you know, you try to just, I'm going to grab this moment, I'm going to put it in an envelope and put it in my pocket, and it's just, you know, one of the beautiful things about these things that happen to us in life are that they're fleeting, you know? So we can enjoy them right there. We can't recreate them, you know? But I'm glad I took the time there in that one to sort of stop for a second and just sort of breathe it in. It was a really lovely moment for me. At some point on our YouTube channel, if I can get the rights from MTV, we're going to show that. I'm going to put the show up so people can watch it.
That would be cool.
And
yeah.
I look like a little baby. Little infant Chris. Let's see, what else would sound good on this guitar? How about... She hears the wind, it's howling. She hears a dog, he's growling. Oh, oh. She feels her stomach churning. She feels her heart, it's burning. Oh, oh. Chill has found her. She wraps a blanket around her. Oh, oh. And I feel the fear she's fighting with every flash of lightning. Oh, oh. Storms are coming and I'm further from my home. Thunder gets under me and chills me to the bone. She is all alone. Oh, oh. Storms are coming and I'm further from my home. Thunder gets under me and chills me to the bone. She is all alone. Oh, and she hears the wind, it's howling. She hears a dog, he's growling low. Oh, and the wind is howling round my home. Burning. It's burning. So, in the continuing saga of the Wilsons, for those of you out there in the audience, just yesterday we were struck by lightning again. Those of you who know, when we were working on building this place, me, Carrie, and our two little girls, we sold our house in order to keep building this place. We basically sold everything. We put every single thing we had into this building, and so at some point we were living in a camper in the driveway here while I finished work on the interior of the building. And one night, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was raining outside. I woke up out of a sound sleep. And so we had the girls sleeping in the back bedroom of the camper because it was just easier to keep them separate so we could stay up at night. So Carrie and I were sleeping on those two couches that fold out, which is basically a cardboard torture chamber. And we were sleeping on that every night. And around 3 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up out of a sound sleep with this absolute confidence. And I looked at Carrie and I said, "We have to get out of here." And she looked at me like, "What?" Because, waking your wife up in the middle of the night and saying that is always a fun time. But to her credit, she didn't fight me on that at all. She was like, okay. And no sooner did she, I don't know why, I just had this, something changed. There was something changed in the air, I don't know what happened. God tapped me on the shoulder. I don't know what it was. But, I woke up out of this sound sleep. And so Carrie was standing in front of me, and just no sooner did we both stand up to go get the kids, lightning hit the camper and fried it. And it sounded like somebody fired a shotgun in a tin can. Like, it was the loudest bang. Like, I can still hear it. Carrie dove on top of the children. Very dramatic. We're all like, am I alive? Like, I actually did that at some point. I was like, is this okay? Are we, checking the kids, make sure everything. We were all okay, but it just sizzled the electrical system of and cut a fissure in the ground right outside here, like right up to the thing. And that exact same thing happened last night at our other. We've been staying down the road a couple miles, and the exact same thing happened.
Yep.
Like Spectrum came out this morning just to see because nothing worked, and internet didn't work, and most of the rest of the stuff in the house was sort of okay.
Yeah.
But it just melted. It melted the cable, like the Spectrum cable and everything. And he said nobody else around was affected. If it just hit you, like none of the other houses or anything like that. So we were thinking that maybe we were, you know,
Really makes you feel special.
it does. It makes you feel special. So anyway, I like to keep you guys abreast of the changes, what's going on. Our little Wilson soap opera here. So this next song is I kind of like to think of it. It's sort of like the continuation of that last song. The music is sort of similar, and it tells a story of a fictitious man by the name of Billy Ray. And it sort of goes like this. Billy Ray sang away on his dying day. He said, sing this one when everyone has left and gone away. Say, hey, 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 Billy Ray's rivers run. Hey, 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 it was fun, but now it's done. And if you're looking for me, I'll be under that old tree. Score it, hey, Billy, now, River One. And he was born on every road his feet did trod upon. His girl Nancy wore her feet fancy whenever she'd take his arm. Say, hey, 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 Billy Ray's rivers run. Hey, 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 it was fun, but now it's done. And if you're looking for me, I'll be under that old tree. Score it, hey, Billy, now, River One. And after everybody goes, the piano clicks another roll. A love song falls into ease, then disappears. But who will care and who will hear? The song keeps falling, falling, falling on. Billy Ray died today. He barely made a sound. He looked up, God filled his cup, one dropped, it hit the ground. Say, hey, 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 Billy Ray's rivers run. Hey, 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 it was fun, but now it's done. And if you're looking for me, I'll be under that old tree. Score it, hey, Billy, now, River One. Thank you. That one's got some stank on it, right? It's got a little bit of a haunt to it. And I was talking about this on the other show that I did recently, where I was, there's a little nod to Rocky Raccoon in there, when I sort of named the girlfriend Nancy. And we were talking about how Paul McCartney always wrote these silly, like really silly lyrics, and if you were just to look at them on their own, they look like silly, like little nursery rhyme kind of stuff. But somehow he was able to pull it off and make it sound totally normal that an adult would say these things. And then like Rocky Raccoon, which is sort of a cartoony song, somehow he's able to pull off these lines, and you just accept them. And I was like, I wanted to write a line like that. So that his girl Nancy wore her feet fancy whene'er she'd take his arm. I was like, yeah, that's my little nod to Paul McCartney right there. He'd say something like that in a song like that. See, going back to that one note. If I could hear one note, it's B.B. King. Just. I'm silly like this. I get excited over silly things, like suitcases and shiny rings. I'm going to play a song by a gifted, silver-haired, handsome man. The sky is dying red tonight. I'm driving down the coast. Your face is everywhere I go. Lord, it haunts me like a ghost. And I won't sleep well tonight. No, I won't sleep well tonight. A tempest and a hurricane, the calm before the storm. How could something run so cold when it used to be so warm? And I won't sleep well tonight. No, I won't sleep well tonight. And it's too late to turn back now. You see, it's too late to go home. It's too late to change your mind. It's too late this time. Lord, it's much too late this time. sleep well tonight. Yeah. Jerry Falzone wrote that song. No? So usually one time in each show, I sort of, explain where we're coming from and how everything that we do here, at least since the pandemic started, we try to do everything for free in a way that, and we just sort of gratefully and humbly accept donations to keep everything going. Usually once during every show, usually about halfway through, I sort of mention that if you'd like to donate to what we're doing here, we'd be very grateful. And you can do it by going to www.chriswilson.us, and there's a donate button right there. So if tonight you would like to do that, if you're enjoying the show, we would, again, sort of humbly and gratefully accept said donations. But the real sort of thing that we're working on right now is, we sort of have a need here to keep this thing going. COVID is still with us, and unfortunately, it's sort of wreaking havoc still on the entertainment community. The kind of shows that I do, a lot of people have been able to sort of come back a little bit. A lot of the part-time musicians have been able to come back, and play in various places, but most of those places are either bars or breweries or things like that. That sort of venue has come back really, really strongly, but the more intimate listening rooms and things like that have not. And the theaters and all of that stuff is still just starting to inch back. And those are the places that I play. We worked hard for many years to build this building so that we could create something like a place where, music like this could be heard. So if this is something that you'd like to support and something that you feel strongly about, we're very grateful for that support. But on Wednesday we're going to have a big next Wednesday. Basically our show is turning into a little mini telethon. We're going to try to see if we can raise some money to keep this building operating and keeping things going. There's some pretty pressing needs, and so we thought we'd just put it out to the community and see what happens. So again, that's next Wednesday night. So if any of you that are here, if you can think to watch or get some people watching, we're going to have the girls singing a little bit. My two daughters are going to sing next week, and we're going to tell some stories of some of the different things that have happened in and around this building with music. And I think it's going to be more than just trying to raise money. It's going to be an evening to sort of tell the story of this place and really how special it is. So that's next Wednesday. Your fancy graphic, it looks beautiful.
I mean, at least the information is correct this time.
Yeah, we were.
So it's a step up from last time.
I mean, we're a real. We run this. We run a very tight ship here. It's just me and Carrie. And there's a lot to do, and she does 90% of it, and I tickle the guitar strings.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, for those of you who are outside or sort of watching at home, that graphic on the screen tells when it is. It's basically just taking the place of next Wednesday's show, and we're going to have lots of special little things, and we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to give away a guitar live on the air.
Yeah.
We're going to do, I'm going to dance like a monkey. Whatever's necessary. Whatever's necessary. Let's see. I'm doing on that guitar there. Is there any other updates? Anything while I'm changing guitars?
I don't believe so.
Does Paul all tangled. See what I've done here? This is so bad. I'm about to have a big guitar crash here on the stage. This is why we get struck by lightning. All right, this song was requested in our pre-show here, so I'm going to sing this one for you here. I wrote this song while traveling a couple of freeways in Los Angeles. It's called 405 and 10. Let it wash away those things you always need to hear. 'Cause it don't matter now, no one's watching you right here. You always wanna be where you wanna be when he was nearly there. Is it a surprise you opened up your eyes right here? So here's the California me with my New York state of mind, driving all night long through where I've been on the 405 and 10, on the 405 and 10. Just another day like any other in LA. I'm crazy from the heat, on my way to greet my dear old friend, the empty street. You always wanna be where you wanna be when he was nearly there. And is it any wonder these forces pull you under right here? So here's the California me, but I got Georgia on my mind. Driving halfway there will get you back again on the 405 and 10. I'm on the 405 and 10. Let it wash away those things you always need to hear. 'Cause it don't matter now, and nobody's watching you right here. It's hard enough to breathe when you need to breathe, and baby, that's just air. let it disappear. There's nothing like when here gets there. So here's the California me, Mr. Starry, Starry Night, just driving all night long to dear old friends, the 405 and 10. I'm on the 405 and 10. Thank you so much. That song, yeah. Thank you so much for allowing me to play all of my music tonight. I don't know why sometimes, maybe I'm insecure or whatever, but sometimes I shy away from it. And I don't know, but it's such a gift that you would allow me to sing for you in this way and sing these little pieces of my heart for you. And this is going to be my last one here for tonight. Liz, I've successfully covered your whole song list here. This song was based off a little guitar lick my mom used to play when I was a little boy. It's called Get Some Sleep. This is the lick she used to play. Take this trouble from my hands. The soul's sleight of hand, worn out tunes like these, worn out shoes still lead me home. And I wonder, have I sung the same song all along, and warmed my hands over long laid plans up in smoke. And I don't care what they say, we've gone too far away from the melody, from the harmony. Let it go, let it fade, the mistakes you made today. And when the night comes, just get some sleep. Give it up, give it back, what you were and what you lack. And when the night comes, just get some sleep. Get some sleep. Heartbroken, breaking heart. Who needs to fall this hard? Leaned on clay, crumbles right away, don't bring it home. And I don't care what they say, we've gone so far away from the melody, from the harmony. Let it go, let it fade, the mistakes you made today. And when the night comes, just get some sleep. Give it up, give it back, what you were and what you lack. And when the night comes, just get some sleep. Baby, get some sleep. Get some sleep. And you know my feeble heart, 'cause you've held it from the start. So let this rest, lay like heaven bless these weary bones. And I don't care what they say, we've gone so far away from the melody, from the harmony. Night comes, just get some sleep. Give it up, don't take it back, what you were and what you lack. And when the night comes, just get some sleep. Baby, get some sleep. Thank you so much. Boy, you guys gave me a real gift tonight, and that means so much to me. God bless everybody. Have a lovely evening. If you're out there in the home audience, thanks again for continuing to watch. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give it a like. And please tell everybody you know. Tune in next Wednesday. It's going to be a really fun, sort of loving, music-filled, joyful evening where we can sort of show you our heart. And it's again next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. But between now and then, we're going to have another show on Sunday, our normal Songs of Faith on Sunday. And yeah, that's all. Well, God bless everybody. Have a lovely evening. Good night.